We've got an emergency, Papa. Louis Timothy is about to explode. Look how big his shell is. And now his face and feet and tail are all invisible. Papa slowly walked around the shell, even nudged it a bit with his nose. Then he sighed. I know, Mama. We could hardly see him last week, and now he's just an empty shell. Dr. Storkus should be down by the pond. I've sent someone for her. There, Louis Timothy. We won't let you explode. Just don't cry. Be a big boy. You're going to be all right. Here comes Dr. Storkus now. Maybe she can tell us why Louis Timothy has become a giant invisible turtle. Stand back, everybody. Let the doctor come closer. Thank you, Papa Turtle. It looks like he's about to explode, and he's definitely invisible. What's his size normally? Just a little bigger than Papa. He's always been on the large side, but this past week he became bigger and bigger and bigger. And with each bigger, Mama's voice got louder and louder and louder. Our son is a giant invisible turtle. What happened last week? Did he say something special happened? Papa spoke up first. No, he just got bigger and disappeared. Again the doctor asked, did he get mad first? Usually anger and scary feelings come before an animal becomes a giant and disappears. Oh, we don't allow anger and fear at our house, said Mama. That would be too disturbing, and Louis has been taught to be very brave. Papa agreed. Why, Louis is the perfect child. I've never seen him angry or frightened, and I've never seen him cry. And I've never seen him hit anyone or heard him say a cross word to anyone. He's not like the other animals. He's different. We've raised the perfect child, said Mama. Dr. Storkus raised a lightly feathered eyebrow. That's a lot of I've never seen him. No wonder he's invisible. I will need some time to talk to Louis Timothy, privately. Can that be arranged? Mama smiled. Of course, Dr. Storkus. I've got some mud packing to do. And I've got some work to do down by the creek with Mrs. Beaver. Call us if you need us. I hope you can find out why Louis Timothy is invisible. And then they crawled away. Dr. Storkus walked to where the giant turtle shell lay. Louis Timothy! Louis Timothy! Can you hear me? I'm Dr. Storkus, and I'm here to help you if you would like me to. Silence. Louis Timothy did not want to talk to the doctor. Louis Timothy, I know you're in there, and I know your big secret. That made Louis curious. What's my big secret? Dr. Storkus smiled. You're not really invisible. Yes, I am. I'm Louis Timothy, the giant invisible turtle, and I'm getting bigger by the minute, he threatened. Dr. Storkus heard a popping, crackling noise and stepped back a few feet. Are you proud of that? Why shouldn't I be? I'm the biggest turtle around. You're the most stuffed up turtle around. I am not stuffed. I'm a real giant invisible turtle. Frogwash and pond scum. You can't be real if you're invisible. You can't be real if nobody knows you. And nobody knows you because you're not telling them what you think. Crack! Louis Timothy was feeling very explosive now. Oops! I'm getting bigger again. And I know why, too. You do? How can you? That's a bigger secret than the other one. Louis had a very sad feeling in his heart, but he ignored it. Then he said, even I don't know why I'm getting bigger. It's because you're stuffing your mad feelings inside instead of sharing them with others. Mad feelings? I have mad feelings? Impossible. Nobody at our pond gets mad. It would be too noisy, too upsetting. You're mad, all right. That's why you're about ready to explode. But I'm a big boy. I'm not supposed to get mad or sad. Do you have any friends, Louis Timothy? Yes, I do. Lots of friends. Dr. Storkus got right to the point. Do you ever get mad at them? No. I might hurt their feelings if I get mad at them. They might not understand, and they might not like me. Besides, I never feel angry, and I don't know why everyone else is. Who is angry, Louis Timothy? They are, said Louis, pointing to the animals at the edge of the forest. Dr. Storkus shaded her eyes with her wing and looked off to the left at the towering trees of the forest. Elephant was there with many other animals. Dr. Storkus could hear them arguing. Get out of my way, you overgrown gray baboon, said the goat to the elephant. What do you call that ugly thing on your face? I call it a fire hose. Watch how good it puts out fires. And Elephant squirted water all over Goat. Then Goat butted Elephant's trunk, and all the angry animals began to run across the dry meadow, raising a huge cloud of dust. Dr. Storkus lifted both of her wings to stop them, but there was so much dust kicked up, no one could see the big golden bird. Off they went. They circled around the meadow and chased each other back into the forest. While out of the dust emerged a lovely butterfly who had been frightened by the stampede. Dr. Storkus noticed her coughing and asked, Are you all right, little butterfly? Yes, I'm fine, I think. But what on earth is going on? She fluttered delicately in the breeze. We're trying to find out why Louis Timothy's friends are so mad, and if it's connected to his becoming a giant invisible turtle. Louis, have you been telling your friends what you like? Have you been standing up for your rights? It's important to be honest and truthful with friends, to be real and feel your feelings. What happened last week? Well, Squirrel wanted to crack open a very hard nut, so he dropped it on my back. It gave me a headache. Did you get mad? Well, I didn't want to hurt Squirrel's feelings, and besides, Mama and Papa say anger is too upsetting. If you'd be real and feel your feelings, Louis, you could let your friends take a peek at the real you. That's right, Louis. I was once afraid my friends would turn away if I was honest with them. But my mother taught me to share my feelings openly with my friends. Listen. Be real and feel. Don't hide inside. Reveal what's in your heart and speak what's on your mind. Begin within, then let it out. Don't worry how it sounds. You're right, Butterfly. I am afraid they'll turn away if they see the real me. And I am afraid to speak what's on my mind. What if they won't like me anymore? What if they don't understand? I don't feel safe sharing my feelings. Butterfly wrapped her wings around him and said, "Be real and feel, Louis." And as she flew away, they both thanked her. "I can't be real and feel. It's safer to be invisible. I won't hurt anyone that way, and no one will hurt me," whimpered Louis.
"Yes, but you will hurt yourself if you explode. Louis, try this. Say, 'I feel mad when you drop a nut on my back because it gives me a headache.' That's an I feel sentence. You tell Squirrel what you feel and why."
"Oh, I couldn't do that. Squirrel might not like me then, and it might hurt his feelings."
"Louis, it's only when you butt heads or snap or say mean things in anger that you hurt another animal. But you can feel your anger without saying mean things and acting mean. Trust, Louis Timothy. Trust that Squirrel will still like you if you be real and feel."
I feel... Oh, I can't. I don't feel safe. There was a crackling sound, and Louis cried, "I'm getting bigger again."
"You just stuffed your feelings again, too."
Just then, all the animals started running toward them. Dr. Storkus and Louis Timothy stepped back out of their way because they didn't want to get stepped on. Rabbit whizzed by. "Move out of the way. Angry feelings make me run without stopping." Dove zoomed by. "Duck your heads. Angry feelings make me fly like a rocket." Frog hopped by. "Get off the road. Angry feelings make me hop my head off." And right in front of everyone, he did a backflip. Snake slid by. "Watch out for traffic. Angry feelings make me speed faster than anyone." Goat bounced by. "Danger, danger, bouncing goat. Angry feelings make me butt heads harder than I usually do." And Elephant stumbled by. "Run for cover. Angry feelings make me stamp the biggest holes in the ground." "Stop, stop, stop," yelled Dr. Storkus. But they couldn't stop. They were running, flying, hopping, speeding, butting, and stamping too fast to think. And there they went, chasing each other back into the forest again, tearing down wildflowers, breaking branches, and scaring other animals.
"Well, I guess we'll just have to wait till they get tired and come back to the meadow so we can consult or talk about why they've got so many angry feelings. I think it's because they don't know that the Great One gave everyone in the animal family rights and responsibilities."
"We have rights and responsibilities?"
"Yes, and when you start claiming your rights and taking care of your responsibilities, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to shrink back down to normal size and stop being invisible."
There was a thundering noise that came from the edge of the forest, and a cloud of dust in the air.
"Uh-oh, here they come again. Can you see who's in front now, Louis?"
"I think it's the snake, Dr. Storkus, because there's a ball of dust close to the ground in front of the rabbit."
"Good. That means the others are getting very tired and slowing down. Stand back, Louis Timothy. I can't guarantee what's going to happen."
Then Dr. Storkus raised herself up as high as she could and yelled, "Halt!" as she whipped out her stethoscope. Snake skidded to a very tired stop. Rabbit whizzed right into Snake. Dove zoomed into the rabbit. Frog jumped onto Dove's back. Goat bounced into the others in front of him. And the elephant, oh no! The elephant stamped toward the whole mess of angry animals and teeter-tottered back and forth, dangerously close to landing on everyone all at once, till she finally tottered backwards and landed painfully on her right elbow. Dr. Storkus went one by one to each animal with her stethoscope and listened to their hearts.
"Snake, your heart is beating much too fast. Rabbit, I can't even count the beats of your little heart. Dove, your heart sounds like a hummingbird's heart, it's beating so fast. Frog, your heart is about to hop out of your chest. Mr. Goat, I think your heart is still bouncing. And Elephant, your heart is pounding so hard, I think it can be heard in the next county." All the animals were groaning and moaning. Dr. Storkus waited quietly to give them time to rest. Snake was the first to speak. "My belly's burned, Dr. Storkus. I wriggled so fast on the ground that I've rubbed it raw. Do you have something to rub on my tummy?
Rabbit spoke up next.
Dr. Storkus, I've worn the pads off my feet and they're bleeding. Could you bandage them?
The dove waited her turn and said,
I've lost about 15 important wing feathers, and I may not be able to fly for about 4 weeks.
Poor little frog. He lay on his back with his left leg jerking and his right leg limp with a torn muscle.
I almost hopped my head off, Dr. Storkus. Do you have a splint? I've got a terrible headache, said the goat, moving away from the elephant. I think I must have tried to butt my head against that old oak tree in the forest. I can't remember. Everything happened so fast. My knees hurt so bad, said the elephant, moving away from the goat. Do you have any ointment for them, Dr. Storkus? Please? Too much anger can hurt your bodies. I've been so worried about all of you. Would you like to know a better way to express your anger and how to name your secret feelings?
They all hung their heads and looked meekly at one another. Some were crying. Some looked afraid.
I would, said Rabbit.
Me too, said Goat. Slowly, one by one, they all nodded their heads in agreement. They finally wanted to know a better way to express their anger and how to name their feelings.
Okay, let's all get into a circle and we will begin consulting. What does consulting mean? Asked Louis Timothy. It means talking about secret feelings and ideas and doing it with love in your heart, said Dr. Storkus.
The animals formed a circle and looked over to Dr. Storkus to see what she was going to do next. She was looking over their heads to where Rabbit was sitting, way outside the circle. His ears were drooping down, and he looked so alone and sad.
Consultation won't work unless we put all of our feelings and thinking together as one animal family.
One by one, the animals moved their circle over to where Rabbit was sitting, so he could be part of the group. A tear rolled down his fuzzy cheek because he liked being included. Dr. Storkus began.
Each animal here is very special in the kingdom of the Great One. Your feelings are special, and your thoughts are special. Close your eyes and feel the presence of the ones beside you and across from you. Now clear your heads. Open your hearts. Free your thoughts. I'll try to help.
You've been hiding feelings, and I want you all to know that you can understand each other better than before. So reach out to those next to you, and we will sing our song. What once was secret, we will share. Together we'll be one. Share feelings from your heart, from your heart, from your heart. For you are very special to the Great One. He put them in your heart, in your heart, in your heart. For you are very special to the Great One. So sing what's in your heart, in your heart, in your heart. And you'll feel very special to the Great One. And we'll be one. Yes, we'll be one. We'll be one.
Singing is very much like consultation. When you do it together in harmony, you have unity. Now we're going to hear everyone's secret feelings and thoughts. If we listen with love, it will help us have unity when there are differences. Who's got an angry feeling hidden in their heart? He did it, yelled the elephant and the goat, pointing at each other. The elephant started to hit with his trunk, and the goat butted it away. Excuse me, I think you're about to explode again. Tell me, are your hearts beating fast? Yes, they said together. And are you breathing real fast? Yes, they said together again. And do you both feel like something is unfair, Dr. Storkus asked. How did you know, they asked her. Because there's two reasons why we get angry. Number one, we feel like something is not fair. And number two, we lose our good feelings about ourselves. Well, Elephant squirted water all over me, and that was not fair, said the goat. So I butted her. And Goat told me my trunk was ugly, and I lost my good feelings about myself, complained the elephant. Dr. Storkus understood now. That's when you exploded with anger and started chasing each other through the forest. What you need to do now is first slow down your breathing. Take a deep breath now. Elephant and Goat both take a nice deep breath. That's right. Breathe nice and slow. Deep breathing helps us think better and helps us name secret feelings. Now use an I feel sentence to tell each other what you're feeling. Like, I feel mad when you squirt water all over me because then I get all muddy, and that's not fair. You tell Elephant what you feel and why. And Elephant, you could tell Goat, I feel hurt when you tell me my trunk is ugly, because then I lose my good feelings about myself. You tell Goat what you feel and why. Frog hopped on his one good leg and said, That's better than tearing a leg muscle and hopping my head off. And then he did a backflip right in front of everybody. There was a rustling noise coming from the top of the tree above them. Watch out, cried Dove. And then they heard a whirring noise as kerplop, Squirrel dropped a nut. It cracked open when it landed on Louis Timothy's back. Did anger show on Louis Timothy's face? No. Did Louis get bigger? Yes. Was he breathing fast? Yes. And was his heart beating fast? Yes. Dove brushed the bits of nut from Louis Timothy's shell, and down came the squirrel from the tree. Thanks, Louis Timothy. Thanks for helping me open that nut. Be real and feel, Louis Timothy. Here's your chance. Name your secret feeling. I'm not mad, Dr. Storkus. See my face? I'm smiling, aren't I? But inside his secret feelings were anger and sadness. Louis, I can't see your face because it's invisible. What are you feeling inside? Do you feel angry inside? I'm not angry, Louis said very angrily.
Nothing bothers me. I just don't get angry. You can batter me, and I won't get angry. Call me names and knock me down. You won't see me cry or frown. I don't get angry. I don't get angry. The honest Louis, tell him. Louis, tell him what you like and don't like. Please don't stuff it deep inside, or you'll explode. You cannot hide. Anger is honest. Anger is honest.
I just can't think or feel right now. I'm too confused, said Louis Timothy as he walked away from Dr. Storkus and all of his friends. I think I can help him understand Dr. Storkus. Then fly to him, Dove. Let him know he's not alone. Let him know that his friends care about him. Dove flew over to Louis Timothy. Louis, when I'm confused, I go to my father and ask him for a hug. Louis looked wonderingly at Dove. But doesn't he ask you what's wrong? I wouldn't know what to say. Sometimes I hide under his wing and just cry till I feel better. Now Louis really was amazed. Your father lets you cry? But I'm supposed to be brave. I'm a big turtle, and big turtles don't cry. It's too upsetting. Not as upsetting as keeping all that confusion to yourself and feeling all alone. But how could someone like your father understand you? Because I can trust him. He's wise like Dr. Storkus and helps me get my inside feelings outside. I don't know how to begin to share, he said forlornly. Dove smiled. Listen, Louis.
Let your inside feelings match your outside face, so you don't become outside. It's okay if you want to cry. Louis, Timothy, you can't hide. So let your feelings show outside.
Louis Timothy began to cry real hard. Dove wrapped her wing around him as best she could.
Is it really okay to cry if I feel like crying?
Of course it is, she cooed softly to him as he cried beneath her wing.
Dove, I think I'm beginning to understand what Dr. Storkus means, but I just don't feel safe enough to share my inside feelings and tell others what I need.
No one can tell you when to feel safe, Louis. You learn safety by setting boundaries with others to let them know what you like and don't like. You tell them how you feel about the things they do to you. Then you watch and listen to them to see if they respect your boundaries. If they do, then you can trust them. That's why Dr. Storkus is teaching you to use the I feel sentence, so you can set safety boundaries. But instead of setting a boundary, you've put up an invisible wall between you and Squirrel. He'll never know what you want and need unless you tell him.
Boundaries? I guess I don't have any boundaries. I'll have to think about that. I think I can go back and finish listening to what Dr. Storkus has to say now. Would you come with me?
I sure will, Louis. Together they walked back to Dr. Storkus and the rest of the animals.
Dr. Storkus, Dove has been teaching me about boundaries and how important it is to tell others what I need and feel, just like you did,
Louis shared.
Yes, setting boundaries and sharing feelings is very important. Too important to ignore and neglect. But did you know you actually have a right to share your needs and feelings without being afraid? A right to say no very firmly if someone tries to touch you without your permission. And a right to be protected from unfair or cruel treatment. Why, you even have a right to look different and talk different, Dr. Storkus said with a smile.
I'm different, said Rabbit shyly. How are you different? Asked Dr. Storkus.
My ears are very, very long, and Squirrel's ears are very, very short, giggled Rabbit.
You're right, and it's okay to be different.
I'm different too, said Dove. I'm very, very swift, and Louis is very, very slow. It doesn't mean I'm better than Louis. It's just my own special way, and slow is his own special way. We all have a right to be different, repeated Dr. Storkus. That's a very important right. But we also have responsibilities, like to be kind and fair, to apologize when we've hurt someone, and again, to remember it's okay to be different. Let me explain it better.
It's okay to be right, it's okay to be wrong. Sharing our differences can make us strong. Using your rights in a positive way helps others realize that they are okay. Let's try to build a world of peace where hearts are filled with generosity. It's okay to be kind, it's okay to be fair. Express your opinion, but do it with care. If you show respect for the thoughts of your friend, a way might emerge for two truths to blend. Let's try to build a world of peace where hearts are filled with generosity. It's okay to say yes, it's okay to say no. With different opinions, our knowledge will grow. If you claim the right that you
That's okay. Respect each other's rights. Take care of your responsibilities. One way to respect each other's rights is to listen to their feelings at the beginning of a problem so there won't be an explosion later. And if we tell each other what we need and what we like, we won't become invisible or lose our good feelings about ourselves. That's why I'm teaching you to use an I feel sentence. I've been afraid to tell Squirrel what I feel and want. And I've been afraid to claim my rights and set boundaries, said Louis Timothy. So you stuff your anger and hide your thoughts till you become a giant invisible turtle, don't you? She said gently, stroking his invisible head. It's all beginning to come together for me now. Sharing what I need is important. I need to set boundaries so others will know what I feel safe with and what I don't like. I'm going to start trusting step by step to see if Squirrel will respect my feelings and boundaries, said Louis Timothy.
Is this a safe place? I'm looking for a safe place where I can share my feelings, a place where my child within can feel his anger and express it. If I feel safe, I'll let you come close. If I feel safe, I won't hide. I have the power to share or withdraw. Give me some space and my feelings will thaw. Safety is essential, but I need boundaries instead of walls. Show me that you will respect all my rights. I'm setting boundaries there clearly inside. This is me. Who are you? This is what I need. How about you? I have just realized that my inner needs are not a sacrifice. Give me a safe place. I blossom in a safe place where I can share my feelings, a place where we learn to trust and show respect for rights and boundaries. We can explore the world together. We can discover what we like. We can imagine, create, and befriend. Respect gives us freedom and fighting will end. Is this a safe place? I'm looking for a safe place where I can tell you what I need.
Well, here goes. Squirrel, I feel mad when you drop a nut on my shelf because, oh, Dr. Storkus, do I really have a right to not be touched without my permission? Yes, you do, Louis. Squirrel, are you going to get mad at me if I share my feelings and set a boundary with you? Squirrel looked up timidly. I really like you, Louis, and I want to know what you think and how you feel. You do? Louis Timothy was amazed at how safe he was beginning to feel. Then I feel mad when you drop a nut on my shelf from way, way up in the top of your tree because it gives me a headache and I lose my good feelings about myself. I want you to stop dropping nuts on my back. That's my boundary. There was a loud whooshing noise as Louis Timothy shrank back down to his normal size and became visible to everyone in the group. And everyone yelled, "Hooray!" Then sweet little crazy little frog said, Oh, Louis, I'm so proud of you I could hop my head off. And then he did a backflip right in front of everyone. But wait, something else was happening too. Louis Timothy was very, very frightened. Dr. Storkus looked at him closely. Louis, you look worried, and you're fading in and out. What's wrong?
Oh, no. Squirrel, I'm sorry I got mad at you. Did I hurt you terribly? Oh, dear, I won't do it again. Oh, dear, you'll never understand now. You'll never like me again. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
He was sobbing his little heart out. Rabbit, frog, dove, and elephant were crying with him, too. There, there, Squirrel said as they all patted Louis Timothy's shell. It's all right. You were just sharing your feelings. I didn't know you felt that way. Why, you need to share your feelings so you won't become invisible or explode or lose your good feelings about yourself. You didn't hurt me. You were so brave. I hope you feel safe now. It'll be even easier to share your feelings with me next time. Remember, tell me what you feel and why. Use an I feel sentence, and I'll do the same. I want to respect your rights because I care about you. You're a very special turtle. Then Squirrel began to sing the listening song.
I'm listening to you, Louis. Thanks for speaking from your heart. I heard you share your feelings. Wish you'd done it from the start. You were scared to tell me, but you did it, and I'm proud. I know you trust me with your real self, 'cause you're not invisible now. I want to listen to all my friends. I want to hear their feelings when they're mad, 'cause we can work it out. If we talk, if we share our feelings, we won't feel bad. I don't want to lose my good feelings of myself, so I'm gonna choose to show you my real self. I'm mad, I'm sad, I feel so very bad. We're gonna work it out day by day and listen to each other when we play. Too many feelings can be quite a load. If we share them quick, we won't explode. I'm listening so I'll understand the gentle soul inside. I'm listening 'cause I want to know the fear and pain you hide. If I know the need you have, well then I can respond. I'll listen and respect your right to guard our special bond. You've got a right to share and feel real safe. You've got a right to tell me, knock it off, and I'll respect your right, even though I have to be responsible. I don't want to lose my good feelings of myself, so I'm gonna choose to show you my real self. I'm mad, I'm sad, I feel so very bad. We're gonna work it out day by day and listen to each other when we play. Too many feelings can be quite a load. If we share them quick, we won't explode.
Thanks for listening to me, Squirrel. But how are you going to open your nuts now? Asked Louis Timothy. I've got a great idea. I'll be right back. Squirrel raced up the tree as fast as he could. He put 2 nuts in his 2 cheek pouches and raced right back down. Then he scurried over to Elephant and asked her, Elephant, may I run up your trunk and ask you a personal question? Elephant nodded her trunk up and down and said, I have a right to not be touched without my permission. But since you have asked me with such kindness and respect for my rights and boundaries, I will give you permission. Squirrel scooted up Elephant's trunk and pitter-pattered over to her ear and whispered, "Look, Elephant, Louis Timothy doesn't really want me to drop nuts on his back anymore. He set a boundary with me, and I respect that. But I still need to open these 2 nuts. Would you consider crushing them with your heavy foot? I would share some with you if you did." Tears welled up in Elephant's eyes. "You mean you would trust me to do that for you? Most people are afraid of me because I'm so big. They think I wouldn't be careful, and that hurts my feelings. It's unfair that everyone thinks I'm clumsy because I'm so big. I think they don't like me because I'm gray, too. I've been losing good feelings about myself for a long, long time now. And because I didn't know I had a right to share feelings, I've been hiding this sad feeling inside my heart and couldn't let anyone know. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo." Dove flew to Elephant's trunk and cooed softly. "I'm sorry I didn't trust you because you're so big." "I'm sorry, too, and I think gray is a wonderful color," said Snake. Then he crawled up Elephant's trunk, coiled around it 3 times, and gave it a big hug. Rabbit and Frog jumped up and hugged the tip of Elephant's trunk, too. Elephant started crying real hard. Then, "All these years I thought I was too big to hug, and you hugged me, Snake. You hugged me, Rabbit and Frog." "I'm sorry I called you an overgrown gray baboon and told you your trunk was ugly, Elephant. I think your trunk is just perfect. Do you have a happy inside feeling now?" asked Goat. "Yes, I do, thank you. I'm sorry I squirted water all over you. Next time I'll share my secret feelings with you and set a boundary," said Elephant. Snake gave a giggle and a wiggle and a hiss. Then he said, "I feel happy when we share our secret feelings and consult, because I'm beginning to know everybody better. And now I don't feel like we're so different. We all need to feel safe, and we all have feelings and needs." "And I'm so happy I could hop my head off," said Frog. "Elephant, may I have permission to hop on your back?" Elephant laughed. "If you think you can jump that high." Then Frog did another backflip, landing on the elephant's trunk. The elephant quickly put Frog up high on his back, and everyone clapped at such a wonderful trick. "Dr. Storkus, thank you for teaching me to share my secret feelings. I have a real safe inside feeling now, and I know how to set boundaries with others when I need to," said Louis Timothy. "That's great. Now you can be real and feel instead of exploding with anger and hiding what you need. Now, I don't want you to think you can share your feelings with everyone, only with those who prove they're trustworthy. If they respect your rights and boundaries, you'll know you can trust them. And now, will all who care to join me in a giant group hug? Only if you feel safe. Everybody ready? Get set. Get hugged."
Let your inside feelings match your outside face, so you don't become